Good morning, students. Welcome to Swayam Learning Point. So, welcome back to the session. So, we are back with the history. Yes, chapter number 7, sports and history. Oh, wow. What do you see across the slide? You find sports. Okay, the chapter itself gives you a very clear idea that something we are related to. We are learning something related to sports and the history behind it. You can say the origin of the games. So, let's get started. So these are some of the events, major events which you see in the opening of the Olympic Games, and also it starts with a bang. So yeah, sports is quite in the 21st century. Yeah, sports has carved a name for itself. So let's get started. Now, what are we going to study in this chapter? So we're going to study the types of sports, the importance of sports, types of sports, globalization, the ancient game materials and toys, how it came into existence, the sports literature. Yeah, and one of the most important is the professional opportunities, like what opportunities you have in the field of sports. So let's get acquainted with some of it. Okay, sports is something which combines of entertainment and physical exercise. So it's a combination of physical exercise and entertainment, and it is quite a natural human instinct. Yeah, I think human instinct when you see something you love to play, right? You also may have encountered it. You're going down the street and you see some children playing football. It's a monsoon season and it's raining and they are playing football, and you also feel like, yeah, I also need to go and give a shot, just a shot. No, you feel instinct. गाड़ी cycle बाजू में रखते हो, गाड़ी बाजू, and you just ask them, can I join for a game, or just can I join for a shot? Obviously, it happens with me, not for sports, not for football, but it can happen for a badminton. If I see somebody playing badminton, when I have the instinct, yeah, even I need to go and play one game, I do that. What's that? It's a quite natural human instinct. And they say the history of sports, it began with the origin of mankind. When human came into existence, at that particular time the sports came into existence. So this is a very concrete proof ki as the human civilization came into, as man came into existence, from that particular point of time sports also came into existence. Okay, various games have been played since the beginning of civilization. Many games were played right from the beginning of civilization. See, first was basically hunting. Yeah, it literally turned to be a sport. Hunting was basically a need of way of obtaining food. So for the ancient people, they could not go empty stomach to bed at night, right? So for them hunting was a way of obtaining food, but later it was looked upon as a game and entertainment. Okay, it became a form of game and entertainment. And the ancient Indian literature, like most of the epics, your Ramayana, Mahabharata, many games are mentioned, like the dice game, wrestling, the horse and chariot races, and chess. So at a glance, with this particular concept, we come to know ki it is the origin of games is related with the origin of mankind. And yeah, right from ancient time different games were played. It is also mentioned in the ancient literature and epics, like the holy books like Ramayana and Mahabharata. Games like the game of dice, wrestling, horse and chariot races, and chess also was some of the games. Okay. Now, why do we need importance of sports? First is basically it's very important, right? Games, everybody has an inclination towards a particular sport. Some people would like to make a career out of it, right? First thing is, it comes to overcome suffering and worries. When you play, kitne bindas khelte apan, hai na? We lose, we are engrossed so much in that game ki yaar, we don't realize ki kitne time hum log, and then the mom calls up and say, where are you? It's already time up. Then you realize, अरे यार टाइम का पता ही नहीं लगा, इतना अपन खेल रहे थे, right? That second is, it refreshes our minds, it relaxes. Somewhere else you are boredom sitting at home, sitting in front of the screen studying, sometimes you just need you need to relax, and sometimes you don't want to listen to songs or you just want to relax, and this is one of the important way how you can relax and you can refresh your minds. The games involves a lot of physical activities, right? So it's like you move around, you run around, you hop around. So it provides a good exercise also. And it builds a tenacious and strong body. It builds a strong body and a well groomed body. You can say well toned body. Instead of using the word groomed, I'll use well toned body. Okay. It also helps in developing courage, determination, and sportsmanship. Yeah, developing courage. Yeah, like sometimes like, no, I need to play a game, even if I lose, it's okay. Determination ki nahi, I am going to make a career out of that particular game. And sportsmanship, yeah, one of the most important qualities basically is sportsmanship. Even if we have seen matches ki when a particular team loses, the losing team goes and handshakes the team which has won. That's called a sportsmanship. That's called the quality of sportsmanship, which we don't find in, I don't have that quality, to be very precise, but you find it in sports people. They take winning gracefully, and the same way when they lose also, they take it very gracefully. They're not worried about it. Yeah, I lost the match. They take it very gracefully, and that particular quality you can see it only in a sportsmanship, and I can bang on that. I can just vouch for it. Games need collective participation. Yeah, games it can't be a one-man show. If you're playing any game, you require a collective of effort from your team, right? And so you require cooperation, and you need to convince the person. Maybe the person will have a lot of flaws. You need to keep the flaws aside and look at the positive aspect of the person and work for the team. So, and it also helps in developing leadership quality. Leaders are not born, they are made, they are trained. So automatically when there is a captain in the team, he gets trained. He knows, okay, I have 10 different players, 20 players under me. He knows what are the ins and out of every player, and he knows it very well. So obviously these things develop only in the field of sports. You don't develop this somewhere else. So what are it? Just a quick recap. It helps us to overcome suffering and worries, relaxes and refreshes our mind. A lot of physical activities, and provides a good exercise. Also, it builds a very well-toned body and a strong body, right? It develops certain characteristics like courage, determination, and sportsmanship. Yeah, not only that, it teaches us that collectively you have to participate, right? And it also develops a sense of cooperation and team spirit. And also it develops the leadership quality. So this also can come up for a brief answer and then explain the importance of sports. Just have to write it in points, and the keywords which I have just said, that is your keywords for this answer. Types of sports. Now, sports can be divided into two categories. One is basically indoor games and outdoor games. So I don't have to say what do you mean by indoor games. So indoor games are basically simple words which is played in a closed environment, within a closed environment, and most of the time the number of players, we just sit at one place and we play the game. That they are basically indoor games. Okay, the best example is the chess, the card games, the dice game, carom. These are basically the indoor games, and the games are also known by various names like Kachi Kabadiya or Chokabara, okay, or the Indian Ludo is very popular. We don't have that. We draw the Ludo thing with a chalk on the floor and we play it, right? The game is also known as Sagar Gotia, played with a bunch of seeds or stones. Is usually played by girls. And there's another game also called as Bhatukli. So these are nothing but the indoor games, and some of the games we do play now, but they were known by different names. And now also many of the games are played by us. They are played by only thing is they are known by different games. They are known by different names, not games. They are known by different names. Like, okay, let's see what is that. Like Bhatukli is playing house, which is usually played by girls, okay, and how it is basically, it is basically the mock wedding of two dolls, where the wedding of the doll takes place, okay. However, all the members, it's a you can say a particular game where all the members in the family participate, okay. It's a mock wedding. It's not a real wedding. It's a mock wedding of a girl doll and a boy doll, and it's basically an occasion of family celebration. Now you'll say what is this family celebration? Now let me explain you. See, right now you are seeing in 21st century where you have all luxurious, right? In the previous time, see, in the time of the monsoon, when it rained heavily torrentially, people would rarely move out of the house. And that is only time when all the family members, irrespective of male and the female, all the people you find them at the home. Okay, you find them at home, right? That was only time when you had a joint family where at a time you have all the members together. So this is just an occasion where you can come, where all the family where all the family members come together and they participate. It's a occasion of family celebration. It's an occasion of family celebration. So this is something which is done in that time. Right now, if you see, you feel like you feel like celebrating, you just walk out, you go to a restaurant, have a food, you just order food, right? Anytime. But that time there used to be people they were not quite well off. They cannot have a celebration very frequently. Right, but right now the scene was completely different. That is why this was basically an occasion where all the members in the family participated. And this was again this was an occasion for family celebration. Different types of delicacies were prepared and everybody used to come eat together. It's just really, people used to enjoy. It's nothing but a family get together, I would like to say. I would like to add for it. Okay, outdoor games are basically the games which are played out, right, which is not played in a closed environment. Okay, outdoor games also, there are two types. One is basically the Indian sport and one is basically international sports. Yeah, Indian games like langadi hai, kabaddi, atta-patta, kho-kho, these are some of the games. And international sports also, we have certain games which are played outdoor. So outdoor games also can be categorized into two categories. One is basically the international sports and one is basically the Indian sports. Indian games like Langori, Vitti Dandu or Gilli Danda, Bhingari, Waltz, Bhora, okay, Fugadi, Zimba are quite popular. So these are the Indian outdoor games, and the international outdoor games are basically badminton, right? Alternatively, it is also called as table tennis, hockey, cricket, football, golf, polo. These are some of the outdoor games. So if you see some of the games we do play, once in a while. And some of the games are basically termed as outdoor game, but they are played at an international level, like hockey or table tennis, alternatively called as badminton also. Now, among outdoor space, running races are one of the most popular outdoor sports is basically the running race. Okay, we have sprints or short distance. Sprints is basically short distance. Okay, it's also running a short distance, and usually the running race are arranged from 100 to 200 meters. And we do have a middle distance, long distance races. We do have marathon is also termed as a long distance running race. You don't know it's a long distance where n number of people they participate and they just want to reach the finishing point. Some would like to show their stamina, or some would just do it for just to check their stamina, right? Some would just want to see how long they would be able to run the marathon, or some would just want to nail the finishing line. They won't just want to reach there. So other types of running races are hurdles and relays. So hurdles, you have small obstacles, right? Obstacles ko jump मार के आप जाते हो. Relay races we have seen कि I take one round and then I give the baton. I have a stick. I give it to you. You carry that and run away. That's termed as relay races. So these are nothing but type of running races which are quite popular, not only in India, but it is popular all over the world. Okay. We do have games like shot put, discus throw, long jump, high jump. Water sports also we have like swimming competitions, water polo, rowing, and sports that combine physical exercise. So these are the games which require physical exercise. And we do have games like aerobatics, like Malkhambh, rope Malkhambh, gymnastics are included in the outdoor based on physical skills. So if the question come like for web map, sports based on physical skill. Okay, so it's like you can just have the four. You have Malkhambh, you can have rope Malkhambh, you have gymnastics. These are basically the outdoor sports which are completely based on your physical skills. Okay. Now, adventurous game, wow. These are basically the game which people love to, people who like to go for adventurous game, they go for this. So we have ice skating, okay, we have skiing, we have ice hockey. They are the most popular games that require balancing skill. Yeah, you require a hell lot of balancing skills when you're having an ice hockey. You have to balance the ball with your hockey stick and you ensure that you also don't trip and fall, right? Not only that, there are many adventurous sports like rock climbing, gliding, auto racing, cars and motorbike bikes race also. We see people, they travel from here to Himachal and vice versa, right? These are basically adventurous sports, and they don't go alone. They have a group of people who have a same brand of vehicles. They have all the accessories with them and then they travel, right? It's not a one day thing. They practice it for years together and then they go drive the vehicles to the rough terrain and they reach the destination. So these are basically what? So here if they ask you the games that require balancing skill, yeah, it will be ice skating, it will be skiing, it will be ice hockey. And if they ask you a question pertaining to name the adventurous sports, pertaining to question pertaining to map concept map, it's rock climbing, it's gliding, it's auto racing. Auto racing can be in the form of cars and it can be in the form of motorbikes also. Sports competitions. Okay, sports competitions of various types of worldwide phenomenon. It's a trend right now. You have the IPL, T20 matches, right? So sports competitions, we do have games like Olympic, Asian Games. Also, it's better known as Asiad and Paralympic. Paralympic or Special Olympics for the disabled people. Many a time there are people who are very good runners, but maybe unfortunately bad luck, they have lost their hand or a leg in an accident, right? Yeah, it's a Paralympic is all for those people who are disabled people, right? And we have Cricket World Cup, and they exclusively for these people. Paralympics are also there for these people, so they are not let out. So and they are done on a very regular basis. You have the French Open tennis, then you have the T20 cups coming up, right? So in a regular basis, these are basically held. And not only that, we do have international competitions like hockey, wrestling, chess are also organized on a large scale. So if you see international level, we have sports like hockey, wrestling, chess taking place. We do have Paralympic games also, we have like for the Cricket World Cup are organized, right? And we do have sports competitions like Olympics, Asian Games are also known as Asiad Paralympic. So we do have games, just quite quick recap. We do have sports competitions like the Asiad, the Olympics, okay? We do have the Asian Games. Asian Games different hota hai, Asiad alag hota hai. Asian Games is known as Asiad and Paralympics is for the specially disabled people, right? And these games are held on a regular basis, right? Other than that, we do have international competitions like hockey, wrestling, chess are also organized on a large scale. Sports competitions, yeah, in India, hockey and cricket are quite popular. They are the most popular games, right? Hockey is our national game, and competitions are organized, or for all these games are organized at local, city, taluka, district, state, national, and international levels. Yeah, right from ground level at a local level. The children who are interested in hockey and cricket, they get a chance to perform, right? And not only that, sports persons who perform well in national and international competitions have good career prospects. Yeah, if you perform very well at national and international competitions, you're picked by good clubs, okay, and then throughout your career is they pay you huge lump sum of money, and then you pay for that particular club. So you have more career opportunities, or you have more you get a chance to move ahead in life when you perform well in national and international competition. And that is why children, the sports people, they like to leave a mark, right? Make themselves noticed at international and national and international competitions. Okay, thank you so much, children. Stay home, be safe.